Hello MMO world. This is the first of many videos I will be releasing over the next couple of months. This video is going to cover the very basics. What makes an MMO an MMO? I know it sounds like a simple question, but I feel some devs choose to falsely identify their games as MMOs when in fact they are not. So maybe this video will help out a bit. To start out, I feel that massive in MMO is of utmost importance when it comes to making an MMO. We see so many games that claim to be MMOs when they're just games with a large lobby and a bunch of instance content. Players must form a group in the lobby and head out to the scripted instance content with no opportunity to ever meet another player. What I've described is essentially a co-op game with a big lobby. The first game that comes to mind is Vindictus. While Vindictus is a fun co-op game, it is certainly not an MMO. So what makes a game count as an MMO? Well, an MMO needs to have a massive world, filled with life and players doing their own thing, a place where unplanned player interactions can occur. A group of players may encounter another group, and perhaps PvP ensues. Or maybe they form a group and form up a raid. This is what makes an MMO an MMO. Allow players to interact with others as much as possible, having the unexpected occur due to other players' choices, and perhaps even making some friends along the way. Instance content in an MMO is fine, as long as it's not the main portion of the MMO. An MMO should avoid content that separates a player from the world as much as possible. This is where I feel that World of Warcraft failed in Warlords of Draenor. With the introduction of garrisons were so important to players' progress that almost all players spent the majority of their time in their garrison, completing quests, crafting, gathering resources, even using their bank and auction house. Garrisons effectively separated players from the rest of the world for a very, very long time. Nekrage had a similar system, but they did this way differently. They gave you the ability to have a house. This house you could craft, you could store some valuables in there. However, what it didn't do is it didn't separate you from the world. It didn't secure you from other player interaction. It didn't stop players from seeing you and stop players from attacking you. I hope that MMO community can see how these two are massively different and how they would have an impact on the world. Garrisons versus housing in Nekrage. Big difference. So when designing an MMO, think about the freedom of your world and not the limiting claustrophobic design of instanced content. Thanks for watching. Until the next video.